And we start with this breaking news today on KIRO 7. Chopper 7 is live over Westlake in Seattle, where protesters, as you can see, are now gathered. They have been marching this morning and blocking traffic to protest the shooting of a black man by Seattle police officers. That happened Sunday afternoon. Now, in the past 20 minutes, we have seen police on bicycles monitoring this crowd. This all started with a demonstration outside police headquarters on 5th Avenue. That was shortly after 10 this morning. KIRO 7's Jeff Du Bois is live for us on the ground right now. Jeff, what's the latest from your vantage point?
Michelle, the demonstration has been pretty peaceful, but it became more disruptive about 45 or 50 minutes ago when this group of people, 3 or 4 dozen people, started marching down 5th Avenue to where they are right now in Westlake Center. This is a group of people filled with emotions today, primarily sadness, frustration, and anger.
They're not dealing with the struggle that we're dealing with right now.
Family and friends of 46-year-old Che Taylor packed the sidewalk, even blocked 5th Avenue at one point outside Seattle Police headquarters, demanding answers about Taylor's death.
It's time for some action. It's time for this to stop now. Right. Now. You know what I mean? Or else our kids are going to face this forever.
The shooting was recorded by an SPD dashboard camera. According to police, officers were on a surveillance operation last Sunday in the Wedgwood neighborhood when they ordered Taylor, who had a holstered gun, to show his hands and get on the ground. Officers approached with guns drawn. They say Taylor, a convicted felon, leaned into the car and reached for a gun. That's when officers fired several shots. Afterward, detectives say they found a gun and 6 ounces of crack and heroin.
All them drugs and guns and stuff, I don't believe it. I really don't. That's a plant.
Marshall Wilson is a family member of Taylor's. Despite a civilian witness who agreed Taylor was reaching for a gun, Wilson says police have the story wrong.
The first officer put his hand on his back to secure him. He wasn't reaching for no gun or nothing. Then his partner shot him. Then that officer gets up and they just continue to shoot him. How do you justify that?
Across the street, several SPD officers watched the protest, but when I asked SPD for comment, they referred me to their original statement, claiming Taylor was in fact reaching for a gun. At least one demonstrator said not all officers are looking for violence, but some are, and that needs to change.
I want every police officer to be able to go home safely. They all deserve to go home safely. But do we? Yeah.
Several demonstrators told me they want the officers involved to be charged with murder. As of right now, the investigation is ongoing and the officers involved are on routine, paid administrative leave while the investigation continues. Reporting live downtown, Jeff Du Bois, KIRO 7 News.
We are staying on top of our breaking news out of downtown Seattle today. Chopper 7 is live over the Westlake area, where protesters are marching and blocking traffic throughout the morning into the afternoon here to protest the shooting of a black man by Seattle police Sunday afternoon in Northeast Seattle. We will keep you on top of this throughout this hour. And up next, and we are staying on top of this breaking news for you. Chopper 7 is live over Westlake Plaza there in downtown Seattle, where protesters are gathering. They have been marching this morning since about 10 a.m. and blocking traffic. What they're doing is protesting the shooting of a black man by Seattle police Sunday afternoon in Northeast Seattle. As I mentioned, about 10 o'clock, they started with a rally outside police headquarters on 5th Ave near 5th and Cherry, and then they went through the streets blocking traffic to get to Westlake. Seattle's NAACP has called the shooting death of Che Taylor an execution. Some are calling for those police officers involved to be criminally charged. Seattle Times also reporting that the police chief, Kathleen O'Toole, should be fired. We will stay on top of this for you as this Black Lives Matter march continues here from Westlake. Live with Chopper 7.